Right. Awesome. It looks like we have quite a few people joining in. Everybody, thanks for hopping on the webinar with us. We're just going to give it another minute or two and let some people roll in so they don't miss any of the information, and then we'll get things going. So bear with us. Awesome. So it looks like everybody who is joining us is probably on the webinar. So good morning, everybody. My name is Alvin. I am a regional sales manager over at J.E. Brown. I wanted to welcome you to this webinar on GeoVera. I'm joined today by Sue Miller, if you want to say hi, Sue.
Hey, everybody.
And today we're going to be talking, sorry about that. Today we're going to be talking about how to grow your earthquake insurance business with GeoVera and their new products that are really hitting the market and just going like wildfire in California. So just want to get some housekeeping stuff out of the way today. The agenda, we'll go over that and kind of the setup of the webinar. So if you can all see on your screen, what we'll be doing today is going through the intro and the purpose of the webinar. We're going to talk a little bit about GeoVera, some of the product details. We'll go through a quick demo, show you how quick and easy it is to quote with them, cover the Elite Agent Training Academy, excuse me, which is a great resource for agents to kind of get a good grasp on everything GeoVera has to offer. I know I use it friendly, so we'll go into the highlights of that, as well as a summer promo that we're holding right now, and then some Q&A at the end. You might have noticed a few differences in the webinar if you've joined before with us. We have switched platforms, so bear with us if there's any issues or we will run into any hiccups, but we definitely enjoy those questions and answers, and we want to be as interactive as possible. So for respecting your audio experience, everybody is in listen-only mode, just to make sure the process is pretty seamless today. But we do encourage questions, so at any time you can chat in, or in the question and answer dialogue area, send us a question. We'll probably save the majority of those till the end because we might answer them throughout the presentation, but you will absolutely get an answer if not in the presentation today. I will reach out personally to get you that answer if you don't get it today during the presentation. So just to kick it off, thanks again for joining us. If you have any questions, let us know. And I'll go ahead and pass it over to Sue, who's going to be doing some of the heavier presenting today. So, Sue, can you hear me?
I can. Okay, thanks so much. So, awesome. As Alvin said, part of this is maybe an introduction to GeoVera, but to many of you, it just might be a reintroduction. So we're really hoping to spend some time, limited time talking about GeoVera, but mostly talking about this product. So people ask us all the time, what is your financial strength? So I just thought I'd kick that off with, GeoVera is rated A, excellent by AM Best. The product we're going to be discussing today, we did this in partnership with a company called Homesite, and Homesite is also A, excellent by AM Best. So financial strength, fantastic. A little bit about GeoVera. Many of you know that we write earthquake in Washington, Oregon, and California. But I like to show this slide because we're a very balanced company. We also write homeowners in the areas that are shown here in orange. And I want to point that out because, not only is the financial strength important, you want to be with a company, GeoVera, on your side when the next earthquake strikes. So I point out this balance of our earthquake and homeowners because our homeowners folks have a lot of experience working with catastrophes and handling claims because of the East Coast focus. As you can just see, I just put a slide together that shows you from 2016 through 2021, just a plethora of catastrophes that we have been dealing with. So we're very, very focused on our insureds and giving great claims support.
Awesome. Yeah, and you guys might be asking yourself, why did we want to highlight this product? What is going on with earthquake? And really, in my opinion, it's a really crucial coverage that not everybody is comfortable writing and fully aware of how such little premium can save our insurers in the long run. And why is that important? Especially in California, 2/3 of earthquake damage in the United States actually happens in California. But if we look at the statistics, only 87% of California homeowners do not have earthquake insurance. So that means only 13% of the state is covered. And that's a very surprising statistic. While if you look at the conservation statistics out there online right now, 70% of homeowners live within 30 miles of a fault in California. So really the entire state is in need of this insurance. And that's kind of why we wanted to highlight it today, to get everybody up to speed and comfortable with the product. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next slide, but keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think it's really important, Alvin, because, most of you as agents know that you've probably had this conversation with your insureds, and they might say, well, the deductible's too high, the price is too much, I know I need it. Actually, if that's where you are with the conversation with your client, that's a pretty good place. Many of you are talking to agents who just say, to clients who say, I just don't need it. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're trying to do here at GeoVera to give you some more options and more customization that you can talk to your clients, go through any of the obstacles that they might have or concerns. So right now, we do have two very, very good products that you're familiar with. One of them is the GeoVera single limit product. Most of you sell that. And we also have this Coastal Select split limit product. So, up to the launch of this product in May, you've always had access to those. If your insured's location is eligible, you would be able to go into our easy quoter and you would get quotes for both of those products. But because we kept hearing, so many concerns about rates and about deductibles, we decided to come up with this product, this flex limit product. And I'm gonna kind of go through it in words, and then we're gonna show you a demo. So if you learn through words, you're gonna listen to me. And if you learn through a demo, Alvin and I are gonna do that together. So we're gonna show you a bit more about this in words for just a couple of slides. So the first thing is about the competitive rates. Okay, this big blue banner over here, it says California homeowners deserve affordable options for earthquake insurance. We really do believe this. And because of that, we filed this product 5% lower than leading private earthquake carrier in most areas. Now, the reason I tell you that is when you start to get into this quoter and you're comparing potentially with another competitor of ours, you might say, oh no, it looks cheap or not. You should be able to do an apples to apples comparison. And I can help you with that. J.E. Brown can help you with that, and we'll get you to a place where it's more of an apples to apples. I do believe once you start quoting this product with us, you're not going to need to start quoting with our competitors. So 5% less, and we're going to actually, this little screenshot, we're going to show you this through a demo. Deductibles. So we also heard that we weren't offering enough deductibles, or the deductible is too high. So this product has 8 options. Now, I've done this webinar or talked to a lot of people, and people are like 2.5%, this price on this particular one would be $1,733. If I went with a 25% deductible, this product would be $488 in this particular example. Okay, well, every customer is different. Somebody might say, no, I want a low deductible. I'm willing to pay the money, on the premium. Others might say, no, when an actual loss occurs, I could take a bigger deductible. So it's going to give you flexibility. So talking about the flexible coverage options, when we go through this, what's really great about the product is you go ahead, you put 3 pieces of information in, you get a quote. Then you look and you say, okay, In this example, your client's homeowner's coverage A is $800,000. It's very important that you don't go lower than that. So we don't want you to go lower than that. You start at 800,000 and you can go up to 3.5. If your client's coverage A is 500,000, you start at 500,000 and go to 3.5. So that's kind of the example. But let's say you're talking to your client and they say, I don't really have other structures, or that's not important to me. The dwelling's the most important. Or, you know what? I've just realized if something happened, I could go live with my sister-in-law in Modesto. Well, maybe they don't need loss of use. This product allows you to talk to your client, figure out what they need. You can make the loss of use 0, or you could make it 10,000, depending on what they needed. It just gives you the ability, specifically with the dwelling, other structures, and personal property and loss of use, to make it flexible, customize the quote to fit the needs of your customer. Flexible pay plans, we do have, this is pretty standard. We have 3: full pay, 3 pay, 6 pay. And then if you auto pay, you don't have to pay the $10 installment fee. I want to show the next 2 slides. I just want to talk a little bit about, these really help you if you understand our single limit product and are selling that today. You'll see here that I mentioned this, the dwelling, other structures, personal property, and loss of use are included in the single limit, up to $5 million in the single limit product. In the flex limit, the dwelling goes up to 3.5, and the other structures, personal property, loss of use, are optional. We also heard people have more swimming pool sublimits, so we've increased that. So you can see that. We heard the comments about deductibles. We think we fixed that. And then I did mention that all of our products are financially stable with an A rating. The next slide is going to actually show you a comparison to 2 of our key competitors. We've got great competitors out there. Products offer some different things. I just wanted to be upfront and show you here. Probably the most important thing that you'll see here is this whole idea of being optional coverage, being able to customize it, and the fact that we are the only standalone earthquake carrier in California that's A-rated. So I think with that, we're moving on to some eligibility guidelines. We'll show you this when we go into the Elite Training Academy. As Alvin mentioned, it's a great place for if you forget something, or you're like, what did Sue and Alvin talk about? You can go on that page and you can remember, or you can see a step-by-step how you quote. All kinds of things that we're going to talk about today are in there. So I always tell people you don't have to take a lot of notes. But this is straight off our quick reference guide, which you will also find in the Elite Training Academy. And you'll see dwelling, construction levels, et cetera. Just want to point out 2 things here that are a bit different. 1, homes built 1940 and newer are eligible. And then right now we are not open in Alameda County. You might ask, why is that? For any of you who quote in Alameda County, you will know it's a difficult place, specifically in Alameda because of the soil. But we are working to make those rates as competitive as we can. And we didn't want to hold the product off from launch. So we launched without it. We are looking forward to being able to tell you when it's open, but it's currently not. Okay, so with that, we're going to do a demo. And Alvin is going to actually pull it up. And I'm going to talk through it as he is entering it. But I'm going to have Alvin do the first part. So when you guys come into the J.E. Brown, you can do it this way because you don't have to remember your credentials. You can also go on My GeoSource, which is another way, but I think most of you will go this way.
Yeah, absolutely, everyone. And as you're probably familiar with, this is what the homepage looks like. Spend a lot of time in that dashboard so you can click directly into there and utilize that single sign-on capability that we put a lot of focus on. Don't have to remember that other set of credentials. You can go onto your dashboard and click directly into GeoVera, and it should populate automatically just like this. So let's give it a second to load, and then we can show you just how easy these quotes really are. So,
Yep,
so
so
we're going to go ahead and start a new quote, correct?
Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and start a new quote. And obviously, we're going to pick the residential earthquake product, and we're going to say OK. And what you're going to find here is we're going to start to put an address in. So I'm just pulling a very random address in Danville, California. So we're just going to type in 500 Freitas, F-R-E-I-T. I-T-A-S. It should. There you go. That's it. So automatically, put an I. Yeah, it'll pull it up. It knows what we're looking for, which I love this feature. You start the quote. So I like how it auto fills the rest. it kind of thinks for you. So you put, that's one piece of information. We're going to put two more pieces of information in. One is the homeowner's coverage A, which I told you is so important. And for the purposes of this, we're going to put 500,000. And then we're going to put in the current homeowner insurance company name, and we're just going to say nationwide. And then we're going to go ahead and hit enter. So you've got, as the system is thinking, you have got your 500,000, your nationwide, and you've put your address in. 3 pieces of information, you view quote options, and you're going to come right into the flex limit product. And you're going to know you're in the flex limit product because you're going to see this screen. Drum roll, here you go. You're going to see that you've got some flexibility. Now I'm going to point out a couple of things here. I am going to show you in a minute how to toggle back and forth to these single limit and split limit products that you're already familiar with. But I want to focus on the flex limit product for a minute. The reason we did it this way is we don't really think many people are going to need to toggle back and forth. We think this is the most competitive product, so we're showing it first. But you can see right here, Alvin, if you push see all deductibles, right away it just shows you 3, but if you click see all deductibles, you see all 8. What I love about this is right away you can start talking to your client about, hey, if you like this, you like the $500,000 dwelling limit, other structures, you like it is, here's the deductible, you pick it and you can buy now. Most of the time you might want to talk to the client a little bit more. So where you see edit your coverage limits in blue right after, yep, there we go. This is going to allow you to have that conversation with your client. And here's the one that I gave you the example of. Right now for dwelling, you got to start at 500,000 because that's where the coverage A is on the homeowner's policy. But you could put a buffer in there if you wanted to. But I want to show just how this works. If you go to loss of use, Alvin, you can either put the plus and you can give yourself more by just clicking plus, 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 or you can actually go over the 55,000 that he has now and just put 0. So that's the example. I'm just going to have you submit. So the only thing we changed here from that quote was we decided to make loss of use 0, but there's a lot of other things and other flexibility. As you go into the quote or after this webinar today, I'm hoping you can go in with the live quote. You can actually see if you want to quote your own home, your neighbor's home, your parents' home, whoever. I think it's a great way to play around and really understand the functionality and the navigation. I'm going through it pretty quickly. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I want to show you one other piece. If you go down just a little bit under the second buy now, you'll see a different earthquake insurance product. Go ahead and click that. That's that toggle switch. So because you put the address in and because you gave us those other 2 pieces of information, you have that flex limit quote, but you also have these quotes. So you have the single limit, and you'll see if you're familiar with this, you have full and limited coverage. You can go to that, or you can look at the split limit coverage. Just if you want to take a look at those, sometimes you'll find that a lot of clients like the single limit. It's a great product. So it just depends what they need and again, customizable. So if you go back down to the bottom, you'll see that toggle switch again. So show a different earthquake insurance product, great. And we're back to the screen. So that's really what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the flexibility of talking with folks, the fact that you only have to put 3 pieces of information in. The rest of it, as far as printing and email, is same capabilities that you've had all along with our other products. So with that, I think we're going to go out of the demo and we're going to show you just quickly what this Elite Training Academy is.
Yeah, absolutely. So would you like to show the slide first, or would you like the...
Oh, well, you're there, sure. You're there. So sure, go ahead.
Okay.
So
let me start here then.
Yeah, we'll just show you guys what this is, and then I'll tell you again how you can get here. But if you look at the top there, you just have to put www.quakeinsurance.com/elite. And what that is I didn't say this at the beginning. J.E. Brown is a great partner of ours. And because they're an elite agent with us, because they're an elite agent and you guys are associated with them, you have access to this product. We did not make this flex limit product available to everyone. So again, that is due to our great partnership with J.E. Brown. So this is really that place that I said there was so much information. You can go ahead and just start to quickly kind of go down here. You'll see first off, you'll see some videos that you can watch. I think the most important video is this one after our CEO and COO. The next one is, there's 2 here that Caitlin Taylor, our communication specialist, has done. One kind of just shows you what this product is all about. It says some of the things that I've said, but it's a really good video. Let's just say you guys have attended, but there's someone else in your office that you want to learn about this product. I know that since Alvin is recording this, that he will give you guys access, I think, to this full webinar, but maybe people don't want to listen to a full 30-minute webinar. Maybe they just want to see the video. You can see it here. The next video is actually compares the flex limit to the single limit. So if you're very familiar with the single limit, that's a great video. If you don't like videos, we now, moving forward, we have all kinds of step-by-step. So you can click these and it will show you step 1, enter the address. Step 2, put the homeowner's coverage A. Everything Alvin and I have just shown you, but you'll see it in a different format that you might like better. If you go down a little bit more, you'll see that we've got the product brochure and the product fact sheet. Those are used more when you're trying to explain the product to your clients. The quick reference guide, you'll see Sue Miller, that's me. You'll see the view my quick reference guide. That is really a great place that you can pull that up, and you can actually see the eligibility guidelines. You can see the pay plans, pretty much everything I went over in the PowerPoint presentation. So I'm definitely your contact. Jerry and Joe, the three of us all handle California, and we handle different regions, but for J.E. Brown, I'm pretty much your contact. So you can look at these guys, certainly contact them if you want. We all work together, but I'm your primary contact. So that's it for the Elite Training Academy. I really encourage everyone to go in there and play around, because you'll find some really great information. So that's pretty much what I talked about. I think the most important part is the quakeinsurance.com/elite. I do think J.E. Brown is going to probably take this at some point and put it on the website for you guys to access there. But in the meantime, you can access it straight away from your browser. The next thing I just want to point out is we do have a summer promo event. And again, Alvin and I talked about this yesterday, and for J.E. Brown only, we are actually extending this. It was only a summer promo through 9/1, but at J.E. Brown and GeoVera, we believe that summer goes through 9/15. So we're going to extend your summer. Super, super simple. All you have to do, if you write a new flex limit product, so the new product, and someone purchases it, you just need to email me at smiller@geovera.com and just tell me what the policy number is. Then I send it to a group of folks at our company who are doing gift cards, and we will send you a gift card electronically. So it's simple. I will tell you this. We have one of your agents who attended the first webinar we did on this, and she has already written 10. So she has $250 in her pocket, and she's been getting little $25 gift cards along the way. She has figured out the secret to the success. We're really proud of her, but she really has told us she thinks the product's simple, great, and obviously easy to sell. That's 10 over just, I think it was since July. So she's rocking it. So I'll go ahead and quickly recap. What we really wanted to accomplish today is to tell you, obviously, about this competitive product with the flexible rates. Make sure that you know that GeoVera is A-rated in case someone asks you about the financial stability. The system has continued to be user-friendly. We're trying to make it as simple as we can, especially if you're learning the new product. We didn't want to make the quoter too difficult. And we just wanted to encourage you about the summer promo. So some contacts. Obviously, you guys work directly with J.E. Brown, so you can always give Sarah a call or email her. She's a great resource for you. If you've got a question, though, while you're in the middle of the product itself, like let's say you're in the quoter and you're trying to finish something up and you have a question, if you have not reached out to our customer support, they're great. This group is supported all by licensed agents, so they can answer any of your questions, can help you finalize the purchase of the policy. They can answer eligibility questions, etc. Feel free to reach out to them. And then again, should you have a claim, we have that claims number. And so lastly, that's me, smiller@geovera.com. Especially, we're going to open it up to questions. But if you have something later you want to ask me, or just a question again, you want to know that for the promo, certainly feel free to reach out. We had one of our earlier webinars, we had some feedback that we weren't showing how the deductible exactly looks on the quote page. And we made that change based on feedback. So don't hesitate if there's something you think might be a little simpler. Sometimes we think we know what it's like to be an agent and we don't. So continue to give us some feedback on the product. I'm really hoping that you have a chance, to move forward in trying it out after the webinar. So Alvin, I'll give it to you for Q&A.
Absolutely, thanks, Sue. So we do have a question so far about getting a copy of the PowerPoint deck, and I absolutely can share that with you guys, whether it's the PowerPoint deck or this presentation. And keep in mind that Elite Training Academy is a great resource for all of you guys. It's a lot of information summed up and makes things really easy. So definitely can share that with everybody. And we do encourage questions and answers. So if you have any, please plug those in quickly before we finish up today. I personally had a couple of questions too. So as far as claims, how does GeoVera handle those? Are they in-house, or do you guys have another team that takes care of those?
Oh, great question. Yeah, we have an in-house claims team. And I think that's important. Again, I think it's probably why I went through, what they're experienced with so far. So yeah, all GeoVera.
Awesome. That's good to hear. And as far as retention rates, what can agents kind of expect when writing this product? I know a lot of people maybe haven't dabbled with the earthquake. What kind of retention rates do we see?
Yeah, thanks, Alvin. That's a really good question. We get asked that question a lot. It's probably let me start from the beginning. When you spend the time to explain to someone the importance of earthquake, and then you're able to get them to listen, and you're able to get them a quote, if you can get them to purchase, man, renewals are quite simple when it comes to that. And our retention rate is usually in the 90s, between like 93 and 96%, meaning, and I know this as a customer, once you start buying earthquake insurance, you don't really want to stop buying it. You don't want to take, this is the year I'm not going to purchase it, and that's the year of the big earthquake. I mean, it is a very sticky business, meaning it's really good if you have the chance to cross-sell this. You're already talking to people about their homeowners. It's the perfect time to have that dialogue. I loved what Alvin said about, what are we finding in the last couple of years? I mean, think about just the natural disasters alone in California. Usually we're like, oh, look at the East Coast. Wow, look at the fires. Look at what's happened to people in, wine country, and what's happened in Santa Rosa a couple of years back. I mean, wow, we are living right in the most seismic, activity. It's so large. So if you can get the dialogue going with someone, it's really worth your while as far as a cross-sell.
Awesome. Yeah, and thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. We'll definitely reach out to you after this webinar is concluded. And keep in mind, the word of the day, really, it was flex and flexibility. And that's what we're doing with this product, and trying to solve a problem for everybody, help you cross-sell and retain these clients, and really cover your insureds. We're all in California for the most part, and we're pretty close to a fault. This is something that is very crucial. So any questions, refer them over to J.E. Brown or to Sue. And we want to thank you again for spending some time with us today to cover this product.
Thanks, everybody.
And thank you as well, Sue. Awesome. Well, everyone, have a good day, and we look forward to hearing from you.